So I knew my dad would do a nice speech, so I just said, what the heck? Go for it, Jack. I've been doing so well, so thank you all for coming. I haven't, okay, let me start over. Sometimes the brain doesn't quite cooperate with my mouth, so just...
I know that.
I know. So I was going to write these guys, I'm in the process of writing them a song, and I thought I could get it done, but sometimes the creative process just doesn't follow the correct time signature or key signature. So I had to come up with a little bit of a different strategy. Thinking back, the one thing that has remained constant in their friendship is music. Music is truly unique in that it brings people of all walks of life together. Sorry, I have to read this, but let's read it. All the time, however, sometimes there are lots of movements with different rhythms or even key changes. Sometimes it's Fast and Furious. They like that movie. With repeated lines that run together all of the time. However, emotion is involved. Without it, music is just notes on a page. For them, I think it's a little of everything. You have some jazz to swing and dance to. Doug, good luck. Some symphonies that mirror their lives with different movements and intensity. Pep band music to give them encouragement. High and low notes that you can only hit with repeated practice and patience. Crescendos and decrescendos, and accidentals that pull at the soul. It's been a long process. There have been many changes in both their lives, but music remained constant. Now, being Mary's identical twin and watching their relationship grow has been nice, but also very hard at times. Why hard, you ask? Well, anyone that knows either of them knows that although they are quite smart, when it comes to decision making, it's sort of torture to watch. Sometimes I get so tired of the constant back and forth. I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do? Where should we go dinner? I don't know, what do you want to go dinner? I would just make the decision for them. It was much easier. So when Mary woke me up to tell me that they were engaged, I was somewhat out of it due to a migraine and wasn't sure what exactly was happening. Felt like I was in a whole new world. And she was crying over me. I was ready to fight and not free right to party. That had been done enough. After I figured out what was going on and that I wasn't dreaming, I decided to ask them some questions. Yeah, right? Because even though we've known each other for 25 years, 26 I guess now, I know they have unique qualities that they cherish in each other. So I said, what color are each other's eyes? If you don't know that, there is a problem. Doug replied, Mary's eyes change with her mood and what she wears. That is true, I can attest to that. Most of the time, it's her pretty blue eyes that make him smile. Mary simply replied, Hazel, moving on. Second question, what drew them together? This was sort of a sarcastic question in the fact that it has been 25 years in the making. For Mary, it was Doug's kindness, love, sincerity, and persistence. Ain't no other man can do the things he does. Doug replied, her smile. How happy she always is. And her heart. She always sees the good in people. Doug, I'm glad you like this quality because I find it rather annoying. But she is Mary Sunshine. What they like about each other, Doug said all he ever wanted was to see her smiling, and he tries to make her smile every day, even if that means a little immaturity. I can also attest to that. He also enjoys that they can sit and have in-depth conversations, and both commented that they feel like they are always learning something from one another. That should really help their relationship on those foggy days. And Mary stated, what I like about you, or him in this case, is his work ethic, because he gives his best, whether in the relationship or work. So, let's hear it for the boy. Alright, I don't know, it's just, yeah. Things that made it apparent to each other and that they were the one for each other. Mary said his willingness to put up with me and to love me on my worst days. And that he takes the time to teach me things and listens to her. And that he gets how close Mary and I's relationship are. And he does. And if you're not an identical twin, and you don't grow up the way we did, as close as we were through some adversities then and now and in between, he's been with us through them all. So it truly is, he does understand how close Mary and I are, and it's a huge factor, I guess. Don't cry, okay? So for Doug, he said he has known for a long time, as he stated in his vows, that he needed her in his life. And that final light bulb moment was how easy it has been to be with each other, and that he couldn't imagine his life without her in it. Funny things are things that bring them closer together. Doug replied that Mary doesn't always find him funny, so he takes it as a personal challenge to make her laugh or giggle each day. Apparently, when they went Christmas tree hunting, and how you hunt a stationary object, I really don't know. She was trying to be serious, so he started making funny faces, which turned into a snowball fight. I hope you had your helmet on, Doug, because Mary has a rocket for an arm. I know all too well how hard she can throw. She hit me in the face with a ball. It's not good. Mary said that they love doing the same things, like fishing, hunting, and camping, and they love singing together and cooking, as in traveling. Whether it's on Route 66 or down on the corner, they always are having a good time. They do cook very well together, although it usually takes about 4 hours. So you just gotta be patient, but it is good. It is good. She also pointed out that he took time to get her she fly fishes, okay, people. Took her the time to get it out of a tree 4 times, and it was the same tree. This actually makes me quite happy because she always beats me at fishing, and we're kind of competitive, so.
Kind of?
Just a little. I mean, very minute. Just not much, really.
I don't know what your measuring stick is.
I know. Yeah, well, we just go with it. So, if you could tell each other one thing, what would it be? Mary said that her heart changed, and I will always love you, and by the way, I love you more. Doug, easy, he replied, that I love her with all my heart is something I never wants her to forget. Everything I do it for you. Finally, what makes it work? Doug says that Mary is independent, true, which with his career is a good thing, and I agree. He can't imagine being with someone else, and that they make the time they have together special. Mary answered that it is their willingness to listen to each other in communication. I'm glad they figured this out, because some of the advice I would give to people when they come to me, I said, well, are you listening? Because if you're just listening to respond, that's not listening. They do listen to each other. It's very nice to watch. I lost my space. I know, it's bad. I'm sorry. I don't have a brain and she's what happens. Okay, so just go with me.
We're with you.
And that they love and respect each other, even when they don't agree. You will notice neither of them said decision making. Okay, now that we have a few answers, let's take 5 and go back in time to 1991. 1991, the start of our 6th grade year. Finally made it to middle school. We all, Doug, Mary, Mindy, Larry, and I, we were all good friends, started what would be 7 years together in Mr. Patman's band classes. It was awesome. We all loved music, but only 2 people played the trumpet. The rest of us picked a good instrument and made sure that Doug and Mary sounded good. Because really, most of the time, they just tried to play as loud and high as they could. So you can say I've always been supportive of them. Doug was the new kid in town, a scrawny trumpet player who liked to run long distances. Weird. Mary was also a scrawny trumpet player who liked basketball and played center field. That doesn't usually mix with running, but like I said, music can do wonders. Okay. Mary was ready to make a change after, like my dad said, quite a few years of having a hard time. So 2 trumpet players and music, that was the common tone. Now some of you might be saying, so what? It's a jazz tune if you don't know. Or if you're like me, you're saying, at last. At last, they finally graduated from the land where they spent years dancing. Where Doug heroically asked my dad several times if he could take Mary to a dance. And no, it was not the electric slide, but he was thunderstruck, that is for sure. I'm pretty sure he never called my dad Al, and definitely not Danny Boy. If he would have done that, he would have had to beat it, and I mean beat it pretty fast. He always showed R-E-S-P-E-C-T, which won him respect, and Mary's hand. Not sure if there was 1,000 dances, but through hard times and probably confusing steps, they ended up together in Paradise City, where they finally got the beat, are in time with each other, and playing in perfect harmony. As we moved from one grade to the next, one thing remained constant. They continued to play trumpet, while Mindy, Larry, and I kept them sounding good. Now, Doug didn't have Georgia on his mind, but instead a girl with sunshine, not only on her shoulders, but in her smile and heart as well. In jazz band, we all honed our skills playing licks and definitely getting kicks out of each other's attempts at soloing. We all took a magic carpet ride in symphonic band and learned the true meaning in Hakuna Matata during music festivals. Then Mary joined choir, and all it was sing, sing, sing. Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, and Reba McEntire constantly played in our room, day and night. It never stopped. And although she was happy, I did not always clap along. It was torture, really. It would wake me up from my dreams, and it was never over. But I could imagine a day where I no longer had to endure the click of the button and the winding sound of a song about to be repeated. You might say I was a dreamer, but I was not the only one. But being she was my twin, my best friend, I let it go, long before that was popular. As the years passed, come rain or come shine, Mary and Doug showed up, giving our band a unique sound where trumpet sounding only in higher tones than previous years. Time after time, we would all get to class and race to see who could set up the quickest. Ironically, even though all they had to do was put a mouthpiece in, they still lost sometimes. Our class was playing music most of the time before class even started. We truly had the time of our lives, those 7 years. We also learned how important we all are to each other. And a lot of us, as well as some of you, saw that there were sparks between these two, even if they wouldn't admit it or see it. I even heard it through the grapevine that Mr. Patton knew. So I want to say to you, Doug and Mary, you both look wonderful tonight. And a string of pearls is dull in comparison to the love I see between you both. You both have had to sometimes take the hard way home. I'm a Brandi Carlile fan. It's a good song. You should listen to it. Through good times and hard times, you both have been the wind beneath each other's wings. You have each dealt the hands you were given with grace, even if it wasn't easy or what you wanted. I don't always know when to fold them or hold them. In fact, sometimes it's hard to see if you have anything left, let alone an ace. I want you to know you both got a friend in me. And I would bet that it is true of everyone here. You both shine. I really want to sing that song, but right now I'm not going to. And I know you are the light in each other's world. You are also light in many of our lives as well. So I thank you. Even if I have to walk 500 miles or swim the deepest ocean, I want you to know that you are not alone. You have everyone here in your corner. I think you have both finally found the A train. And I hope it takes you to many places, whether it is somewhere over the rainbow or right here, right now. You can grow in your love for each other. Don't look back or too far ahead. Live in the moment, in the here and now. Mary wrote that. It's a good saying. Be patient and kind with each other. Learn to let things go that are not in your control. Don't worry. Be happy. In doing so, you will learn how to love greater and truly live. So Mary, keep doing that thing you do, as only you can with a smile on your face and a gleam in your eye. And Doug, keep working on the railroad. You've already been around the mountain several times. And now you have a valley where you can enjoy the beauty of all that surrounds you. Wedding blessings to you both. Thank you for letting me give you a hard time. A special time. And I love you both. So, Mary and Doug.